green. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, chair, moderator, and section host. I am Wiboon Trakulhun. For my section today, I would like to present the concept of my composition with the topic Mimicry of Paul Hindemith's series in Either Cosmos number 6. Actually, Either Cosmos number 6 is a musical composition within the Either Cosmos 20-piece for piano under the creative research project of Either Cosmos piano music composition for analysis. The research was granted funding from the Thailand Research Fund and the National Research Council of Thailand in 2015. Each piano piece in this set utilized technique and composition method of the 20th century. Either Cosmos number 6 mimic the composition technique of piano work reduced to the list that was composed in 1942 by Paul Hindemith, particularly I using Hindemith 2 series. Reduced to the list is a series that comprises 12 fields by using each piece class as a tonic for each field. The 12 fields are separated by 11 interludes. The fields also refer to the composition framework and idea of Bach prelude and fields. Hindemith composition concept refer to the principle of harmonic fluctuation that he mentioned, the mixing of consonant and dissonant chord, and the process of eventual resolution of tension, which he believed are necessary for a desirable musical flow. Hindemith explained that there are two directions for harmonization. Something like this. The series 1, the pitch degree in which 12 tones be placed in the form of harmonic series, will make the sound of G and C the most consonant, while the sound of F sharp and C is the most dissonant. The series 2, an order of increasing tension of the intervals, will gradually arise by the pitch level from series 1. The objective of this article, Either Cosmos number 6 mimics Hindemith's compositional concept by using the same contrapuntal procedure technique as field, and also use Hindemith's 2 series. Either Cosmos number 6 consists of 3 statements in which I apply Paul Hindemith series as the compositional materials. The piece is about 1 minute and 40 seconds in length, and mainly in the polyphonic style with a few homophonic approaches. This composition has 3 sections as same as field, which consists of exposition in measure 1 until measure 11. Middle section in measure 12 until 21, and the final section 22 until 30. Hindemith series 1 and 2 are applied while the composer creates a main statement by using melodic sequence from series 1. From the structural context of this composition, Hindemith series 1 and 2 are used in the exposition measure 1 to 9, starting with C as pitch center and shifting the pitch center by transport to G and F consecutively using the real imitation. Both pitch center are the second and the third degree for the series. connect with the short link in measure 10 and 11, where harmonic phenomenon occur vertically. However, there is a switching of harmonic sequence between the pitch degree number 7 and 8 in measure 10, and shift of the pitch center to G in measure 11. The sequence of interval from series 2 appear in measure 12 to 21 by making the interval on the pitch center C, G, and F consecutively. Moreover, measure 18, the composer used the same vertical harmonization as measure 10 by transposing the pitch center to F. However, it is the first time that clear cadence is heard in measure 14 to 15, which is an authentic cadence. In the final section, measure 22 until 30, the retrograde of the exposition applied by adding counter subject in the last three measures. For the left hand, starting with F sharp and ending together with C. Notably, in this last measure, the authentic cadence 5-1 once again found. Now, I would like to invite everyone listen to my composition, Ether Cosmos number 6, that the piece was performed by Assistant Professor Dr. Pimchanok Suwarnanon. Thank you. In conclusion, the structure of this composition and its contrapuntal procedure technique were derived from Field in F, reduced tonalist by Paul Hindemith. The composer used the same contrapuntal procedure technique as Field on 12 zone corresponding to Paul Hindemith series 1 and 2, but the one single tone presenter is important according to the neo-tonality. However, this composition was written in the shadow of work by several guest composers from the classical period and earlier, except the Romanticism is called as neoclassicism, which was the trend of music in the 20th century. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. And I have studied the score, and the music is very emotional, very expressive. And I have seen many pedal tones like C and G and F. Can you explain the technique you use at that section, please?
Okay, thank you, Cher. It is a great question. These notes came from the order number 1, 2, and 3 in the Hindemith series 1. Can you see this? This note make more sense for neotonality. The piece still use relationship of circle of fifth that represent tonic, subdominant, and dominant.
Thank you. Any more question? Ajahn Den, Ajahn Jetnipit, do you have questions? Oh, you're students. Ajahn Wiboon, so you have to bankap your student to ask questions.
Hey, I was your student too. May I ask a question?
ไม่ต้องถามก็ได้จะถามไปไหน
Oh, we have so much time. So yeah, I have already asked you because when I listen to your music, it seems like a floating and blurring. Like I told you, it's like more like sonata. So it makes me feel sleepy. So, but when I look at the note, it's so simple. Like you C major, and like the bar is like 4/4.
Yeah.
How can you make it like in that mood of music using very simple structure?
จะตอบว่าไงดีภาษาไทยเลยนะเดี๋ยวอาจารย์ปันใจกับอาจารย์เด็ดจะช่วยแปล ก็คือที่มันฟังดูเบลอๆหรือลอยๆเนี่ยก็แบบ I don't use จังหวะหนึ่งอ่ะจะตอบว่าไงดีใช้ทายอยู่ตลอดเวลาไม่ส่วนใหญ่ไม่ใช่ตลอดเวลาส่วนใหญ่แล้วก็ไม่เล่น strong beat on the beat 1 on the first beat something like that.
I see. Thank you.
Thank you. อาจารย์เด่นยิ้มอาจารย์ปัญใจยิ้ม
And then you have question?
No, not so much questions as like comments. You know, I mean the piece. It's really. I mean, I love Hindemith also. You know, but being a jazz musician, I also it's very interesting how you use the Hindemith concept of tonality and create the harmony. The harmony you use, you know, it's like really similar to jazz harmony. It's like modern jazz, you know, like later jazz, especially the like pianists like Brad Mehldau or composer like Brad Mehldau would use, you know, like he balance the right hand and left hand, which is like really it's fascinating to see like how music, you know, from the beginning of the 20th century into the 21st century is like basically, you know, jazz and classical like meet finally, you know. But really good piece. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Okay, there will one more question. Can you explain neotonality?
Neotonality is something like a use of some pitch, some note as a tonic, but it's different way from tonal function in tonality in Baroque until Romantic, something like that. Still off some famous pitch, but it is not using traditional harmony, something like that.
Okay. Do we have more questions? Okay, I think Ajahn Wiboon has a very warm heart, and he composed very beautiful music. Very beautiful music. Okay, so we are going to have the last presentation in the session. It's from Malaysia by our presenter Yek Ming Dio from School of Arts